and welcome to you all. I Ajay Singh Rana from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. And today's webinar is Contemporary Insight in Digital Manufacturing and Automobile Design. It's Industry 4.0 basically. And I would like to introduce our keynote speaker for this session. Our first speaker is Mr. Rohit Bhatia. Mr. Rohit Bhatia is an engagement manager, learning services at Siemens Digital Industries Software Limited in Pune. He has 17 plus years of experience in CAD and automation industries, sales, and specifically in the area of education and driving programs to improve the employability index and bridge the industry academia gap. Our second speaker is Mr. Pardeep Singh. Mr. Pardeep Singh is technical consultant and ex-CAD and digital manufacturing at Siemens Digital Industries Software Limited. He has a very vast and cross-functional experience in CAD, automotive design, and team center PLM implementation. He is expert in NX product development, BIW, interior and exterior trims, and reverse engineering. He leverages his experience in executing projects and managing stakeholders in crafting industries-related programs, which become more relevant in the current times of digital world. So welcome to both of you, sir. It's a privilege for me. And before we continue with these sessions, I just want to share something with you that RIMT University has signed an MOU with Siemens Digital Industries Software Limited, where Siemens Industry Software India Private Limited partners with RIMT University to integrate its globally recognized proprietary softwares into the engineering course curriculums to shape and create industry-ready engineers for a digital tomorrow. So, in collaboration with Siemens, we are offering two specifically mechanical engineering courses. These courses are the very first course is BTech in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in digital manufacturing in collaboration with Siemens. And the second course is BTech in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in automobile design in collaboration with Siemens. So during these courses, Siemens provides students with invaluable exposures and hands-on trainings in cutting-edge technologies with holistic approach to system design at its Excellence Center, going to be established in RIMT University. This equips budding engineers with unique skills at the time of graduation that can only be acquired on the job or by enrolling for a postgraduate certificate courses. So basic course objectives are to adhere engineering students with problem-solving ideas, to make students more passionate about technical design and its involvement in innovation, exposures to international level of teaching by providing hands-on experience at latest technology, to provide detailed knowledge of product lifecycle management, to give hands-on opportunities by providing maximum practical exposures through digital design projects, to prepare students to be independent design thinkers, innovators, entrepreneurs, design consultants, design managers, and many more. And the benefits of these courses are you get a globally recognized curriculum with consistent and recommended methods and concepts reflected of intended product usage and industry's best practices. You'll get specialized skills alongside graduations, thereby bridging the gap between industry and academia. Students will get hands-on experience on latest technologies right at the university campus. Industry use case studies as a part of lab exercise and projects. Students will get a course completion certificate directly from Siemens. And there will be one complete semester training assisted by Siemens, and there will be, of course, 100% placement assistance for the students. So without delaying much of the time, Now I would like to continue with Mr. Rohit Bhatia to brief this session. Mr. Rohit, please. Mr. Rohit?
I think I'm on mute. Sorry. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, sir. You are being audible.
Sorry. So thank you, Mr. Rana. Thank you for the warm welcome. Okay. And a very good morning to everyone. Thanks for taking time and, coming for this webinar or, our integrated program. It's basically a, collaborated program of Siemens and RMT University. Okay. Before we start, I would like to play a small video of Siemens. Sir, can you go to the next slide and play that video?
Yes.
Before I start talking about what is this program and, which vertical of Siemens.
Who has answers? How can we communicate over long distances? How can we generate power? How can we light the darkness and travel faster? For 160 years, Siemens innovations have been answering the toughest questions. How can we manufacture customized products at affordable prices? How can we power a planet hungry for electricity without damaging it? How can disease be detected before it strikes? No question is too tough for us. Siemens answers.
Yeah, thank you for that video. Okay, this was just to give you an heads up. We Siemens as a group is, I think, one of the oldest group. Okay, in the industry we are close to 160-year-old company, primarily into engineering domain. Right from if you see the video carefully, right from aerospace to healthcare to pharma to telecom, we cater to all broad spectrum of the industry. Okay, and Siemens Digital Industry is the software arm of Siemens AG. Okay, and being a German company, the software division of Siemens is headquartered in US. Okay, and then I am based out of Pune. Okay, and Pune is the biggest research and development facility for Siemens Digital Industry. So, a lot of software, which, will be enabling and which will be talking to you in the course of this presentation. Okay, the research and development of these softwares, happen in the Pune. Sir, can you just flip this slide?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Yeah. So talking about, what is this program all about and, why we are doing this program and, what is this all about? See, first is, we would like to thank basically RIMT University for giving this opportunity and a platform to run such kind of an integrated program in Punjab. Okay, this is like, first time Siemens anywhere, in Punjab is running such kind of an integrated program. Okay, because, our softwares, our technology, primarily, these are a little bit high end, and the kind of, people we enable, usually they are people with some kind of an industry experience. Okay, but now, the trend is changing. Now, when we, speak to our customers, they said, now when we hire freshers, we are looking at freshers who are actually enabled on your technology. That is how the trend is. Okay, they said, we don't have time wherein, we hire a fresher, a mechanical engineering graduate from college and then enable on a technology and then make him productive. Gone are the days. They said, one is, we want industry ready candidates. Okay. Second is mechanical as a stream is slowly, moving towards the automation side. We are talking about this big word of industry 4.0, the new industrial revolution. The new industrial revolution is nothing but, automation of the existing processes. So all softwares, which we'll be talking, and most of the software, which Siemens make, okay, they're all industry 4.0 aligned softwares. Okay, because that is how the trend is, the digitization, automation. That is how even the mechanical as a branch is, getting automized. That is how, the requirement is there in the market. So through this integrated program, what we are trying to do is we are trying to give you practical side, application side knowledge of the engineering concepts. Okay, you learn in the engineering. Say for example, you have subject called engineering drawing. Okay, you might learn this theory part, you might learn the concept part, but you need to understand how these engineering concepts are applied and used by the industry. Okay, that is what we are trying to do. So what we have done is we have clubbed our software with your subject so that while you are learning your engineering subjects with theory, you also get an exposure to the practical application of this theory, in the industry. Okay, so we are using our Siemens software, okay, to give you that exposure wherein we inbuilt lot of case studies, we inbuilt lot of industry use cases so that you get an practical application side of the subjects you are learning. So that is what the intent of this program is. Okay, it's a close to three and a half years of program wherein over a period of different semester. Okay, you will basically be exposed to a learning track. Okay, so in this program we have designed two learning tracks keeping in mind what is the need of the hour. Okay, we need to make you ready for 2025-26. That is the time you'll be out of the college, and what will be the trend of the industry, what is the industry looking at, what is the industry expecting at. So keeping all those things in mind, plus taking inputs from the industry, we have designed two learning tracks, as Rana sir has already highlighted. One is digital manufacturing, okay, and second is automotive and electric vehicle design. Because we feel, 4 years down the line to 26, 27, that is a time, you'll be out of the engineering college. Okay, these are the trends which will be, widely prevalent or widely, used by the industry. So I need to enable, or as a student, I need to work, I need to enable, or I need to specialize myself in a technology which will help me in future or 3 years, 4 years down the line by the time I'm out of the college. So that is how, this concept of this integrated program came into picture. Okay, sir, next slide. See why it is important to you. One is, we need to bridge that gap between industry and academia. Okay. Gone are the days, when, people used to hire, as I, shared earlier also, used to hire a vanilla fresher and then enable and then make him employable. Okay. Those days are gone now. Okay. People have a lot of high expectations and, they want student who are actually industry ready from the day one. So that is why, even the industries are expecting us that why don't you take your, industrial trainings or your software training back to the college and you spread it over a 3 to 4 years of their engineering curriculum and you enable them. You give them industry, use cases. You give them project works, in their 7th or 8th semester. so that they have a, real-time exposure to how the industry works. What is the expectation of industry? Okay, so that is how, even the engineering, or if you say the education system, is now trending or moving and, shaping itself. Okay, it has to be more in line with the industry, what is expected out of industry. Okay, so that is why, it is very important. So it is like, we are where, industry 4.0 meets, academia 4.0. Okay, that is what, we are trying to do through such programs. Another thing very important is, when we enable you on a technology, you should be enabled on the latest version. It should not happen that, you learned a technology in first year, and by the time, you are out of the college, that technology or that version of software you learned, it is actually obsolete. That is also one big gap, we have experienced as a product based company, and the same feedback has been shared by our customers also. So through these programs, we are trying to enable you on the latest version of the technology which is there, which will be again backed by the latest content which is enabled, which is available in the markets. Okay, that is what we are trying to do through this program. Sir, next slide. Yeah, this talks about, who we are. So, see, we are among top 10 software companies of the world. Okay, Siemens Digital Industry, the software division of Siemens AG. We are among top 10 software companies of the world. Okay, and we have close to some 25,000 software engineers working for us across some 250 locations of the world. Sir, next slide. Yes. So I was talking, in spite of the fact that Siemens is a German company, the software division of Siemens is headquartered in Texas, US. And, we have a workforce of some 25,000 people across the globe. And we have some 250 locations in 36 countries. Okay. And Pune, as I said, is the biggest research and development facility for us in entire Asia Pacific region. Sir, next slide. Uh, this is something I just wanted to share with you. If you see, these are the, broad domains of the industry we as an engineering software company cater to, right from aerospace to automotive transport to heavy machinery to high-tech electronics to consumer retail and social sciences. And if you see, all the who's and who's of the industry, all the logos, what I mean is all the big companies of the world are our customers. Whether you take a Boeing or a GE or a Rolls-Royce or a Honeywell or a Sukhoi, in aerospace domain, okay, or if you talk about, 3M or a Procter and Gamble to a Philips or a Ricoh, all who's and who's of the industry are on one or the other software of Siemens. Sir, next slide. Sir, next slide. Yeah. These are logos or, no, back. Yeah. So these are the logos, or these are, our customers. A big time customer, what I say is, across the different domains of the industry. If you say in automotive, right from a Maruti to a Mahindra to a Tata to a Ford to a General Motor. General Motor is still there. They still have a design center in Bangalore where they do all the designing and export the design to, their US counterparts. Okay, to MRF, to, Subros, everyone is there on the Siemens. If you talk about heavy machinery, right from a BHEL to a Crompton Greaves to an L&T, they are. And if you talk about system integrators, okay, companies like Infosys, companies and HCL, TCS, we call it system integrated because, they are the one who actually, implement our software and, deliver projects. So they are all, one or the other way, they are all on Siemens. And if you talk about aerospace, right from a Hindustan Aeronautic Limited to ADA, to Bharat Electronics, they are all, on Siemens. Sir, next slide. I just wanted to highlight once again, this is the first time anywhere in Punjab, we are delivering such kind of a program on digital manufacturing and electrical vehicle at an academic level. Okay, we have never ever delivered any such program in past. This is something new, and we are actually thankful to RIMT for giving us this, opportunity also and platform also, wherein, we'll be offering a specialized mechanical engineering degree, okay, with learning tracks of digital manufacturing and electric vehicles. Sir, next slide. Yeah. So now I will have my colleague, Mr. Pradeep Singh. Pradeep is an expert on automotive and automation. Okay. He will take you, through basic concept of, what all things will be taught, during the course of this program. Okay. Right. Basically starting right from what are the basic fundamentals of CAD, what is CAD and what is this program all about and how will it help you, in future. Okay, and why should you go for an a digital manufacturing specialization in mechanical engineering, or why should you go for something like automotive and electric vehicle design specialization in mechanical engineering? So over to you, Pradeep.
Thanks a lot, Rohit sir, for this opportunity to interact with the attendees of RIMT University. And also, I would like to thank the management of RIMT and particularly Mr. Ajay Rana to arrange this all scenario over today in front of us so that students can learn more about what Siemens is doing with RIMT and what is the objective of Siemens in terms of delivering to the students so they can create a better employment opportunity for themselves. So basically, we have already discussed that these are particularly two courses. So I will be focusing more onto the offering of these courses which students are going to learn. So on one side, we have the automotive part, which is specializing into the electric vehicle industry. And onto the other part, we have the digital manufacturing, which is more about the robotics, more about the automation, and it is more about generating the processes which are controlled by softwares and are which are automated. So to start on, I will just start with one particular thing, which is the CAD. Okay. The reason that why I'm discussing CAD for both of these two technologies is just due to the reason it becomes the base of it. So for an example that if I have to communicate in English or if I have to communicate in Arabic, it becomes very important for me to learn the alphabets and letters which are over there into the vocabulary of the language. So similarly, when we talk about the language of technology, CAD is one particular tool, or CAD can be told as one particular process through which technology moves on. So CAD is one part from where the product development starts, the testing of product starts, the development of product starts, and it eventually reaches to a full-fledged product which is being used by us. So in today's scenario, every product that we have in front of us, let it be a mobile phone, let it be a laptop, let it be a car, truck, JCB, aeroplanes, a bigger to bigger machine, a smaller to smaller machine like a hammer or a screwdriver, everything is being done on CAD these days. So CAD becomes a very important part, not just as a part of your education, but part of your skill to obtain a job in R&D center of any particular manufacturing industry. So CAD is basically a software that is used by many of the industries to rely to create drafts and model. And CAD is something which is not only used by mechanical engineers, it is being used by architecture students also, civil students also, fashion design students also, then product engineering and design students also, particularly the sculpting student also. So CAD is one big whole game in which all these things are available to us. So it can be used to design 2D drawings and 3D models with precise measurements. And most of the industries, I would say most of the industry, almost every industry today is using architecture every single day to develop their products. Let it be architecture, as I've already told you, let it be mechanical engineering, let it be automotive engineering. Then all the companies around the world, not only in India or USA or some other place of the world, everywhere CAD has become a very important tool to be adopted for their development cycles and improving the productivity in terms of time saving, in terms of cost effectiveness, and in terms of better products. So what does the CAD part do? It increases the productivity. It increases the quality of design that we do. Uh, it gives us power to reuse and easily change design. Easier to read. It has a more simplified form of sharing, and the documentation is very, very easy. So, for example, that if I have to write a letter and I have to send it to 14 people, So one way is that I write 14 letters and then I send them to each individual. Second way is I write one letter, I get 13 photocopies, I pack them up and I send them to my friends. Now the third technology which is being used right now is WhatsApp or email. I just write one letter, I put the addresses of all those 14 guys and send them on a single click. So this is what CAD is doing actually right now, right these days. So every time, every process which was being done with a conventional method is now being done with a software method. So this is what CAD is all about. So job prospects, once you get into the NX part, okay, let me keep aside the automotive engineering and this technomatics and the digital manufacturing. Even if you do the NX very, very minutely and crystal clear form, okay, I can guarantee you it becomes very easy to land a job in any of the manufacturing industry where NX is being utilized. You can note that, you can write it on a wall. If you do NX very, very minutely with a crystal clear thought, you can easily get a job in any manufacturing industry where product is being developed. Let it be electronics and aerospace, let it be manufacturing, let it be heavy equipment, automotive industries, semiconductor industries, defense industries, FMCG, electronic products, mobile phone, TVs, kitchen utensils, everything is being done on CAD. That is the first part. Secondly, if you do the automotive engineering course very minutely to the point what the instructor is teaching you, you will be easily landing job in next 4-5 years after completing this course. Thirdly, technomatics, the digital manufacturing thing. This is something which is going to be the future. Okay, we are not going to expect that one person is standing on lathe machine for 8 hours, taking a tool in his hand and doing the simple rotation over there. This is not going to happen down the line 5 or 6 years from now. They need engineers who know the essentials of computer sciences, the essentials of mechanical engineering, the essentials of architecture and civil planning, the essentials of understanding the environment and safety considerations. So this is what being expected out of you, and this is what this program is going to give and deliver it to you. Next slide, sir. So we talk about the projects that you are going to do in this whole course structure that you have to undertake to develop a portfolio where you can go very easily to make them understand that this is the skill which I have gained in past 4 years Siemens technology, and it will help you everywhere. So semester 1, we are going to learn that how to develop the complex 3D design component. There are so many things that you see in front of you. Let it be a sewing machine, let it be a submarine, let it be a bicycle, let it be a roller skates, let it be a cricket bat, or let it be a spoon and bowl. How to design that on CAD? Okay, from complex to complex and easiest to easiest. This will be enabled to you. Secondly, you will learn about the assembly modeling. Like you can see on the photograph over here. So we have a hand drill where you can see two plastics in glue, then there are screws, then there is a rotor, then there is a chuck, then there is a switch, then there is a battery component material. So how you assemble all these parts comes into your second semester project. Next slide, sir. Ajay sir, can we have the next slide?
Yes, it is there, sir.
Yeah. So for the automotive engineering students, you will be enabled to design plastic components, how these plastic components are being designed, okay, how to develop the complex interior components like dashboard or like steering wheels or like these sorts of things, how you design them. you will design a whole structure. It is not about copying from one car. You can think in your own mind that how this dashboard will look, how you stylize it, and then you develop it. Then you will be also enabled onto how to design the exterior complex parts, like the dashboard or like the front bumper or rear bumper, or let it be the ORVMs over there from where you can see the rear view. So these are the things that you can do. Next slide, sir. So those guys who get into BIW, the metal component part, you will understand how to design the sheet metal components. You will learn about that how the outer body panels are being developed, like bonnet, boot gate or tail gate, or doors or side fenders or rear fenders, the engine mountings, the suspension mountings, okay, the cross frame structures, the bars which are being used for the impacts and those things. So everything comes into this domain. Next slide, sir. So this becomes your final project where you design a whole vehicle, and this is going to be an electric vehicle, and it becomes your choice. You want to get it a four-wheeler or a two-wheeler or a three-wheeler or a truck or a bus, everything that you want, you can do it after learning. So this is going to be your final project. We are using the CAD and NX. You are going to design a whole electric vehicle to the minutest of its detail, like how it is being done in industry, and you will have an each and every answer for it. कि मैंने ये डिजाइन किया है तो इसका क्या पर्पस है, ये यहाँ पर क्यों रखा, ये यहाँ पर क्यों लेकर आया, इसको मैंने यहाँ पर ही क्यों रखा, इसको मैंने ऐसे ही क्यों किया, इसको मैंने वैसे ही क्यों किया. So that reasoning is going to come to you in a very, very easy way. Next slide, sir. So those folks who are going to get these things into the digital manufacturing. So the first project is going to be creating a pick and place operation and spot welds. So you are basically going to design a robot and then control that robot in a simulation environment. That how those robots will work, and that will be in an animation form. So you have to create an animation of the whole virtual process where these robots are being placed and they work. Then second is creating a factory environment, that how you can create a factory which will have vehicles inside, which will have the trolleys inside, along with the humans, along with the things which are over there. The third is creating a turbocharger assembly to increase productivity using Technomatics plant solution. That's how you use a Technomatics to develop a whole bigger plant. Okay, when I talk about plant, it contains almost everything: the fire extinguisher part, the ventilation part, the air conditioning part, the REC, the dust collection and emulation. Everything is being taken into that concept. So this is going to be your portfolio building. You have to do these particular projects at the end of each and every session and learning to create it out and to develop your portfolio to achieve a job. Next slide, sir. So benefits, you get a specialized skill alongside graduation, thereby a bridge is being developed between the industry and academia. Then the curriculum which is being taught, it contains the recognized material of the industry. Okay, it reflects the intended product usage and best practices. It gives you the hand-on experience on latest technology right at the university campus. What I mean to say is that whatsoever development is being done at our side, at Siemens side, will be available to you. It is not like कि आपने 2021 में admission लिया and you are working on that technology till 2024. That is not going to happen. If anything is going to change or develop or advance, we will be providing it to you without any say. Then you get a course completion certificate directly from Siemens, which you can utilize anywhere around the world where Siemens is working right now, or onto the Siemens consumers. As you have already seen, उसमें Mahindra है, Boeing है, Tata है, Samsung है, Hitachi है, बहुत सारे. then you will be using these industry case studies as part of your lab exercise and projects, as I've already told. On to the next slide, sir. I think we are done over here. So this is what the whole program is about. How we do the things at our place, at our side, and then we deliver it. So Ajay sir, now it's to you. Rohit sir, now it's up to you to take this ahead.
Yeah. So I would request, if any of the participants, they have any questions or any doubts about the program or anything, please feel free to, ask us. You can write your question, in the chat window or anywhere
Yes. Any questions from audience?
anything,
Sir, there.
any doubt, any question about the program, anything.
Hello,
Yes.
sir. I have one question that if in an industry, if somebody wants that the automation to be done of any process, then Siemens can do that job.
No, see, so just to answer your question, it's not that, it is anything. We have to be very specific. What is a domain? What is a process? It's not that, there is something which is mechanical and I'll just automate it. Okay. Yes, we do give solutions to everything. Okay. But, please understand that, we give solutions which are actually economically viable to us. Say, for example, we choose industry, जैसे automotive है, Pradeep was talking about automotive industry, कि जहाँ robots use होते हैं assembly line में, the entire robot assembly can be controlled using a software. So I give a solution, which is catering to a industry. I will.
इंडस्ट्री में अगर हम रोबोट्स यूज करेंगे तो उसका इकोनॉमिक वायबिलिटी कैसे पता चलेगा, मतलब
What do you mean by economic viability? थोड़ा सा अपना क्वेश्चन को इलैबोरेट करोगे आप?
सर जैसे मान लीजिए कोई प्रोसेस है, उसके अंदर अभी हमारे पास 20 लेबर लगती है, 20 लेबर वी हैव इन ऑन दैट लाइन.
Okay.
And then after automation we will replace it through robots. Then
Correct.
what will be the cost? And I want to ask that angle.
हाँ, तो उसमें क्या रहता है, उसमें एक मॉड्यूल रहता है wherein we do a simulation. वो प्रदीप वही बताने की कोशिश कर रहा था कि जब before commissioning anything, मतलब उसको actual implement करने से पहले ना, उसका हम एक virtually simulation करते हैं सॉफ्टवेयर के अंदर कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग और वाइबिलिटी कितनी आएगी और कितनी कॉस्ट सेविंग्स होएगी कंसीडरिंग डिफरेंट पैरामीटर्स. सो वन यू रेज्ड पैरामीटर वाज द कॉस्ट, कि अगर मैंने कल को लेबर हटा ली तो मेरा कॉस्ट सेविंग कितना होगा. दैट पैरामीटर इज आल्सो देयर इन द सॉफ्टवेयर. सेकंड इज स्पेस सेविंग. थर्ड इज टाइम सेविंग. तो उसमें ना डिफरेंट सॉफ्टवेयर के अंदर ही पैरामीटर्स होते हैं कि इसको एक्चुअल में इम्प्लीमेंट, मतलब वी कॉल इट कमिश्निंग. सो बिफोर एक्चुअली कमिश्निंग एनीथिंग we do a virtual simulation and we find out कि इसका कितना सेविंग हो रहा है, whether it's in terms of cost or labor or time or space. ऐसा रहता है वो सॉफ्टवेयर के अंदर.
चलिए ठीक है सर, ठीक है. थैंक यू सर.
Thank you. Anyone, any question, any other question?
Sir, how much difference is there in NX from other software like SolidWorks, CATIA?
यार सॉफ्टवेयर में फर्क नहीं रहता है, ऐसी मोर और लेस सॉफ्टवेयर सेम रहेगा. आपको ये समझना है कि सॉफ्टवेयर कितनी कॉम्प्लेक्स चीजों को हैंडल कर सकता है. दैट इज व्हाट इट पॉइंट्स टू. कि से लाइक आई डोंट नो वेदर यू वर केयरफुल, प्रदीप शोड की जो नासा के जो आपके जो वो लोग स्पेस में सैटेलाइट भेजते हैं, उसका पूरा जो मॉडलिंग है दैट इज डिजाइन्ड ऑन NX एज अ प्लेटफॉर्म. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू एग्जांपल. Then if you take nuclear submarine is the most complex thing to manufacture and design. It is again done using NX. Okay, I am not saying कि कोई software गलत है कि सही है. You need to learn a software which will actually help you in long run from point of view of your employment. मैं मतलब उस तरीके से आपको रिप्लाई कर सकता हूँ. मैं मतलब I can get into detail कि NX में इतने सारे फीचर्स हैं, NX में ये भी है, NX में वो भी है. I am not getting into that. So one is NX can handle very complex things. ठीक है. Second is अगर आप देखेंगे ना जो पूरा प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल रहता है, राइट फ्रॉम अ डिजाइन टू एनालिसिस टू मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, एनएक्स जो सीमेंस है ना, सीमेंस के पास हर स्टेज के सॉफ्टवेयर हैं. तो जो डेटा आप पुल करते हो ना, मान लो मैंने एनएक्स में डिजाइन किया, फिर एनएक्स में मॉड्यूल होता है एनएक्स नेस्ट्रन करके, विच इज बेसिकली फॉर एनालिसिस. ओके, फिर वहां से मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का एक मॉड्यूल होता है डिजिटल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का. नाउ अ कंपनी प्रेफर्स अ प्लेटफॉर्म जो एक ही कंपनी से सारे सॉफ्टवेयर आ रहे हो. मतलब डिजाइन का डेटा मैंने पिक किया कैड का, फिर उसको एनालिसिस में किया, फिर उसको डिजिटल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए यूज कर दिया या एडिटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए यूज कर दिया. सो दैट इज हाउ दैट इज द बेस्ट वे आई कैन आंसर योर क्वेश्चन.
Sir, what's the fees for all the coursework?
Rana sir, if you can share the fees for the course.
Yes, that our admission council can tell you. You can visit to our website and get in touch with them. They'll give you all the details of these fee structures.
Anyone, any other question?
Yes, well, it's a quite very informative sessions, and I think Mr. Rohit and Mr. Pradeep have elaborated very briefly the whole course pedagogy, and these technologies are there that the student would able to learn after joining these courses, and I'm very much sure that these courses in collaboration with Siemens provide new horizons for the young aspirants who would like to pursue their career in mechanical engineering. And I would like to thank all the participants for patiently listening these sessions. And otherwise, if students have any query, I'm again saying they can talk to our admission counselor directly by visiting the site, that is www.rimt.ac.in. Where you get the number, you can contact to them, you can ask to them, and we are there with all the students to resolve your queries. And thanks to Mr. Rohit and Mr. Pradeep for spending their time from their valuable schedule. And thanks to all. Thanks to Mr. Rohit and Pradeep.